This is one of the most dangerous rooms as far as this storage center is concerned, because according to locals and police officials, they say like at least 1000 kilograms of explosives and chemicals are stored in this particular room, and these are the shells that one can see here outside this storage room. These can be called as miniature of the kind of explosives that are manufactured here, and according to experts, they say that sulfur and potassium chloride could have been used, and that is the reason why there was this huge explosion and why there was this massive fire at the Puttingal temple. And what we also understand is that the police has raided this particular storage room, and they are now waiting for the experts to arrive so that they can collect samples and find out what kind of explosives and what kind of materials were used in making these firecrackers. This storage godown is owned by Surendran and Umesh. These are the people, the contractor who are behind this fire display at Puttingal temple. But also the basic question that this entire recovery has raised is that what were the cops doing? The temple management was very open about holding competitive firecrackers display despite a ban. So what were the police officers doing? Why they did not conduct raids last week or before that to avert this massive tragedy? And what exactly happened? And where are the Devasam board authorities who allowed this particular manufacturer this particular contractor to manufacture crackers that could cause a lot of harm to the general public? And now that more than 100 people are dead, now the state government and the police has finally woken up, and they have conducted searches at these places. At similar searches are being conducted in several places is what we are hearing, but this is one of the most deadliest storage godowns that the police have found so far at Puttingal. With camera person Manish Thanani, Shabir Ahmed for Times Now. We are here at one of the storage godowns owned by Surendran and Umesh, who are part of the fireworks display at Puttingal temple. The fireworks were actually, the firecrackers were actually manufactured here, and right behind me you can see this is the material, and this entire material and gunpowder and various other chemicals that are here have been recovered, have been seized by the Kerala police, and you can see based on the tip-off yesterday, the police had to break open this place to try and find out what is inside. And what we can clearly see here is extremely shocking, the kind of materials that have been used and the size of the bombs or explosives. In fact, in the local language they say that these are the bombs that are used during festival time, and this is just what is remaining here, and most of the product that is manufactured here, it has been used at several festivals across Kerala. So he is one of the biggest suppliers as far as manufacturers and suppliers as far as this particular industry is concerned. And here you can see these are the kind of materials and that are used for making firecrackers, and this is something which is quite shocking, because the size itself goes to show that really there is no control over, there are no limits for making such firecrackers, and what kind of material is used, that is something which is completely out of bounds, because it goes unchecked and nobody has any kind of account as to what kind of crackers are being manufactured and how they are being used at several temples during the festival time in the name of tradition. In Kerala, with camera person Manish Thanani, Shabir Ahmed for Times Now. These are the pipes or cylindrical compartments. These are the kind of firecrackers that were used at Puttingal temple, and according to the local officials, this cylindrical compartment is fully filled with explosives and chemicals, and when it goes off, it has to be in this position, it has to be in vertical position. And what exactly had happened at Puttingal temple is that after this particular firecracker was triggered, it fell down and triggered a massive explosion in and around that area, and that seems to have caused the fire, is what the experts and the police officers do tell us, because the fire, the crackers, it started bursting, and the fireballs reached the storage godown, where at least 200 to 300 kgs of explosive was stored inside the temple complex, surrounded by several people, and we are here inside the storage godown that is owned by Surendran and Umesh, who were part of handling the fireworks at the temple. And this is one of the deadliest areas, and in fact in this one particular room, what we hear from our police sources is that at least 1,000 kilograms of explosives are stored inside, violating all norms. The basic license that has been granted to this particular person is that this particular contractor is that he can only store 15 kilograms of explosives, but beyond that 1,000 kilograms of explosives is being saved, and the police has cordoned off this entire area, and they have seized the materials that are here, and they have also seized some papers from this particular storage godown. And similar raids are being conducted in different parts of Kerala to try and find out what kind of illegal fireworks manufacturing or firecrackers manufacturing is happening here in the state post the Puttingal temple tragedy. But clearly several norms are being violated, and they are now waiting for the experts to arrive so that they can collect samples, and then they can see what kind of material was used. But according to sources, potassium chlorate and sulfur was used to make these firecrackers, is what experts say, and they also believe that that is something that has caused this huge explosion at Puttingal temple, killing 100 people. In Puttingal, with camera person Manish Thanani, Shabir Ahmed for Times Now. Times Now is the only channel to report from this deadly godown where the Puttingal temple tragedy was manufactured, because this is where the crackers, the explosives were manufactured, and these are the materials that have been seized by the Kerala police. And according to experts, they say that there was heavy use of sulfur mixed with potassium chloride. This is the kind of material that is used to give thundering effect to the crackers that are used during festivals, and these are the storage areas where they store explosives and they manufacture explosives. And inside we can see a lot of bags. There are a cluster of buildings here, more than 5 to 6 buildings, in which one can understand that a lot of material is being is saved here, it's stored here, and this is how the manufacturing takes place. And there are different areas where the manufacturing takes place as far as firecrackers are concerned. And these firecrackers, some were telling us that these are Chinese firecrackers, but here what one can understand is that according to the local sources and the officials, they say that this is where the firecrackers are actually manufactured. So these are custom made firecrackers, particularly that are used for temple, and whatever is remaining here is something that is after what has been used for several temple festivals. So this is an industry, and this is an industry that is thriving, that makes a lot of money as far as temple festivals are concerned in Kerala, because it is part of their tradition. Fireworks display is something which is part of their tradition, and it has been going on for several years, and that's the reason why such people are involved. And according to the local police, what we do understand is that the license that have been obtained by the contractor is to store explosives or materials that are useful to make firecrackers. It is only 15 kilograms of explosives can be saved here, stored here, but what we see here is more than that. It is beyond the limits, and it is complete violation of the license that has been obtained by this contractor called Surendran and Umesh, who are behind the fireworks display at the Puttingal temple. In Puttingal, with camera person Manish Thanani, Shabir Ahmed for Times Now.